Hello. Welcome to the chamber, to the Witch's Chambers. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for being here. Get ready to open up a book. Get ready to find a secret out. Get ready to find out about something that it's like I'm picking up this energy. There's a better way. There's a smarter way. There's a way that has been hidden from you that is going to come to light. You're about to be enlightened. Whether it comes to something that you're working on, whether it comes to some sort of a project that you may be working on, or something, it's like I'm picking up this energy. You have been doing something one way, but there's a better way, and Spirit is about to show you this way. Okay, seriously. Wow. And I feel like you're going to be really surprised, shocked, enlightened. Okay. I feel, my friend, whoever you are, you may have been feeling broken. Look what just happened to the match. You may have been trying very hard to get something off the ground, to make something finally move, for something to come together. Things have been stuck for you. In whatever reason, whatever situation that can be, you may be trying to find a reason why a certain situation is happening for you, meaning why it's keeping stuck. You're about to be enlightened, my friend, because there's a better way, much better way, smarter way, easier way. I'm hearing from Spirit. You're going to be gaining the clarity and the knowledge that you need. Okay. There's a strong energy, my friend, of you changing a certain process of how you do things. You will not be doing the things the same way, let me tell you, because there's a change coming, my friend. When I was preparing your cup, I literally saw number 5 in the cup and a check mark. Okay, so literally for some of you, something, it's like you're going to be able to complete something, to check something off within the next 5 hours, up to 5 days. Or you're going to be checking off 5 things. 5 talk about changes. Okay, so I feel like there's definitely a change in how you complete something with the check mark energy being in your cup. You're going to be changing how you work, how you complete something. There's definitely an energy of that here. I also feel like you're going to be trusting yourself more, trusting your intuition more. You're going to be detaching, my friend, from the energy of quote unquote proving something to someone else. You will not be proving something to someone else anymore. You're going to be stepping away from that energy. You're going to be saying goodbye. Okay, because you ultimately, my friend, you do not have anything to prove to anybody. Okay, seriously. And you shouldn't be. As long as you're good with yourself, as long as you have proven something to yourself, you don't have to prove anything to anybody else. You get my point here. So there's a strong energy of a reveal here. You're stepping into your authentic power. You're doing something that is, my friend, good for you. Okay, that you're really meant to do. You're following your gut ultimately. That's what it means. I also feel like you're going to be taking concrete and decisive action. I'm picking up a strong energy of taking the first step. You're about to take the first step, my friend, into enlightenment, into finding some sort of a truth out. Things have not been happening because you, for some of you, you have been refusing to see something, my friend. It's like it has been there all along, but you have refused to grab the magnifying glass and looking at the situation more closely, for some of you. It's like you are thinking of what's ahead, and you have been refusing to see what is currently in your energy. You have been refusing to actually see what you're tasting. Okay. Wow. So, my friend, number 229 may mean something to you. You may have been stuck in a loop, my friend, with a never-ending story. Okay, your birthday may fall on February 29th, okay, which doesn't happen every year, right? There's something about a leap. For some of you, you're about to take a leap of faith into the unknown, because it's like you're very curious about finding something out, my friend. And because you take this leap, because you make a conscious decision to do that, to find the information out, it's like you're going to be on a different timeline right away. There's something about jumping the timelines, jumping to a different star. There's something about you being in the spotlight. You're seeing something in the spotlight. There's a strong energy of you, my friend, committing yourself to something or to someone. And for some of you, let me tell you, you're about to receive a proposal. Talking about proposal, my gosh, look at this energy. I hope you guys can see it. You know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing a female with a very long dress. See the arm here and a head. And this energy is looking at, you know what I feel here? When I'm looking at this energy, I'm picking up a strong energy of a climbing rose bush. Okay? Seriously. Tending to something very delicately. I'm also picking up a strong energy of being hurt in the past, of protecting yourself, of nurturing your wounded past, I want to say, my friend. You might be very afraid of seeing what else is out there. And you prefer to tend to this rose bush, to what beauty has been left for you. You prefer to tend to that instead of actually venturing out into the unknown, meaning chopping the thorns out, trapping the wood down. You get my point here? There's a strong irony in this energy, I want to say. It's like you're tending to the rose, climbing rose bush. That's literally what I feel here. And it's like at the same time, while you tend to it, you are being stung by it. You get my point here? You are being hurt by the thorns of this rose. There's a strong 9 of Wands energy being here. I'm going to be very honest with you. And there's a strong energy of protection. My friend, it's time for you to let go of this bush. Seriously. Because of this bush, you have not been seeing things clearly, or it's like you could not get the truth. You could not see the truth. You have been afraid of letting something go, my friend. Okay? Literally, it's time to let that go. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to chop and escape, my friend. It's time to release yourself from this tending to this rose bush. And in this energy, I'm picking up a strong energy of the 7 of Pentacles, meaning you have been working on your garden. What kind of garden have you been working on? Well, you have been working on a thorned rose bush. Okay? So yes, it might look pretty sometimes, right? Sometimes you get flashes of roses here and there, right? But majority of the year, you only see the bush itself filled with thorns, my friend. Okay, it's time to chop it off, my friend. It's time for you to get out of this energy. You don't want to entertain or stay focused on a rose that's here one day, I want to say, or maybe one way and not the next. One day and not the next. You get my point here? That's the energy that I feel here. And you have been very focused and very determined on literally growing more rose bushes, but it hasn't been happening for you. Okay? It's time for you to chop. There's a strong Taurian energy here as well, I want to say. For some of you, you have been dealing with a female energy who has been literally stealing, I want to say, stealing your rosebuds, okay? Maybe money-wise, resources-wise. It's time, my friend, to cut this individual off. And you know who I'm talking about. I feel like whoever this is, they may appear to be your friend. They may even look pretty. But at the same time, they have a lot of thorns to them. Okay? I'm picking up a strong energy of someone with very dark hair color. Okay? Something about the hair in a bun, that type of an energy. Very polished look here. Okay? Whoever this individual is. This individual may have a very, I want to say, elongated eyes. Okay? If I can say it that way. Whoever this is, that's the energy that I feel here. They have been stealing, chopping your roses off. And all you have been experiencing, my friend, is this bush that you have been surrounded with, let me tell you. It's time to chop it off. There's an energy of releasing yourself from this energy. Seriously. Because I feel ultimately you have been committed to this rose bush. Wow, I don't even know. I feel like you have been working very hard. There's something about an iron here. I'm literally seeing an iron, and it's like you're ironing, smoothing things off. Okay? Smoothing your clothes off, smoothing a situation off, you know. Making something right, something polished, you know. Meanwhile, the thorns have been coming out, one after the other, My friend, you cannot smooth something down. You have to chop it off, okay? You have to literally cut it off. You cannot smooth it out because the thorns are going to appear nevertheless. Wow, what is going on here? What else do we have here? Picking a lot of energy of you wanting to fix something. Some of you have been trying to hold on to something that has been broken, and you need to let that go. Again, there's something about learning a better way. There's a better way of doing the work that you're currently doing. And I feel like you're going to be, again, seeing a lot of influx of birds, information. You're going to be receiving a lot of information pertaining to how to work smarter, not harder. Okay? If you think about the iron, right? If you're trying to smooth something out, you have to work very hard, right? But if you use certain tactics, such as putting aluminum foil, you know, on the table, right? And covering up with, you know, regular cloth, and then, you know, and then putting the thing that you want to smooth out and the iron on top, it's going to make your life easier. It's going to smooth out the wrinkles much faster. So there's, again, something about a smarter way of working with something. Cutting something off. For some of you, it's a smarter way of cutting something off from your life. Something that hasn't been serving you, there's a smarter way. And you might have been trying very hard, my friend, to cut and chop something off from your life. And it has been very difficult because the more you chopped, the more the bush started growing, right? That's literally what happens, right? If you try to only trim it down, then you're going to be seeing even more of the bush itself, and more and more and more. There's this expansion energy. So do not try to trim the rose bush, metaphorically saying. You need to literally dig it up, right? You need to remove it with the roots if you don't want, the shrub to regrow or grow more. You get my point here. That's the energy that I feel here. And it has to do with your work, my friend. For a lot of you, this has to do with work, with something that you have been committing yourself to. Okay? Yeah. And I cannot make this up. I'm seeing 2 dots. There's something about steam as well here that I'm picking up for you. You need to let some steam out, okay? Maybe you need to speak about your work situation, what you have been working on, how you have been working on. For some of you, you need to share. You need to speak, about your work situation. Because when you speak, my friend, you're going to be enlightened. Other people may enlighten you about our smarter way of working, of doing something the smarter way, of how to do something to make your life easier. You get my point here. Let your steam out. I feel like, my friend, whoever you are, you have been literally accumulating steam. It's like, and you're on the verge of almost exploding, but it's like you have been trying to keep this steam inside of you. You get my point here. All these emotions, however it is that you're feeling, you get my point. You have been trying to keep those all hidden. You have been afraid, my friend, I feel, of the unknown. Will I be let go? Will I be, this or that type of an energy? Start talking about it, okay? Seriously, you have nothing to worry about. The truth will set you free. That's what I'm hearing Spirit saying right now, okay? There's also an energy of fire here, You may be afraid of a face-off for some of you with someone. Do not be a victim to this individual, especially if it's a woman with dark hair. Seriously, do not be a victim to this individual, okay? Whoever they are. It's time to cut them off, regardless of their position, seriously. You need to start talking about it. You need to come out into the open, okay? Seriously. And I'm hearing from Spirit, it's about time that you do that. Because at the same time, I feel like it's a time for this person that you're dealing with to taste the nectar, okay? Seriously. To receive a dose of their own medicine. That's what I'm hearing. So there's something about medicine. You may have been medicating yourself, while dealing with this whole situation. You may have been worrying about your heart, my friend. It's also what I'm hearing. But again, there's something coming out to the surface. There's an energy that has to come out sooner or later, my friend. And I feel like it's happening now. A lot of communication, a lot of chatter, a lot of that type of an energy that has been held back. Let's see what else you need to know. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. Let's see. What deck do I want to use? Let's see. Do not allow the devil to shut you off. That's also what I'm hearing, okay? Let's see what else. Let's see what else. 3 of Cups. Okay, where's this going? Oh, Page of Pentacles. You know the energy that I feel here. Follow your passions. Okay. Do not be afraid of making a move. Do not be afraid of presenting an offer to someone. Okay. There's an energy of agreement here. That's what I feel here. Energy of agreement. But again, with the horse energy, Knight of Wands being here, it's like you need to make the first step. Okay, you need to make the first move. And I was mentioning the energy of you taking the first step, and that's the energy that I'm seeing here. Okay, you're making a first move, you're making a first step in this direction of the new Page of Pentacles. Okay, you're going to be starting something new, my friend. For some of you, you're going to be working with people, culinary arts, something about cooking here. But it's an energy of tasting that's very strong here. You're going to like what you taste. And you're going to be following that taste. Interesting. Yes, you're going to be taking the first step, the first action. Some of you literally may be starting a culinary business, something along those lines. Something to do with food. Maybe you want to be a cook. Yeah. And you're going to be on fire. Literally. This Knight of Wands is on fire. There's a lot of fire energy here. There's also a peace agreement here that I'm picking up for you. Okay? Again, do not be afraid of making that first move, because ultimately you're going to be very happy that you have made this move. Okay? That's what I'm hearing Spirit saying. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for being here. This was your reading. I feel like this is it. That's all you need to know right now. Oh, there's an energy of a boat. Oh my gosh. This is literally similar energy showed up in the last reading. There's an energy of you walking through the new. You're stepping forward, taking the first step. Look, this energy of a boat here. You're stepping into the new energy that is opening up for you. Because again, ultimately, I feel like you're going to be not literally chopping, you know, or it's like cutting the corners. You're going to be removing the whole root so that the bush doesn't regrow anymore, you know. Because I feel whoever you are, you have been enjoying the little, you know, few things here and there. Wow. You have not been experiencing, you have not been seeing, tasting a lot of rosebuds. Okay, seriously. Because either somebody else has been chopping them off, or it's like you had no knowledge, not knowing how to prune the rose bush the right way, if you get my point here. Okay, that's the energy that I feel. I feel like you're about to find this information out from someone, or it's like Spirit is going to present you with that knowledge. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Until next time.